What? Hello, ladies. Welcome to Wild Hair is Jericho.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
It is my top 10 beards in wrestling.
What?
And I quote, it's my top 10. Woo! It's time, once again, for everybody to get on board the wild hair train.
It's true. It's true.
Woo!
What? And that's the bottom line.
Cause Ollie Moore said so. Can you dig it, sucker?
Bang bang. Bang bang.
Number 10 for me, Macho Man Randy Savage. Even giving yourself the name Macho Man, you know, does that make you cool? Who knows? Anyway, he's my number 10. He had the fluff on top and he had the fluff on his chin. In his pictures, he's got a decent beard. Probably needs a bit of beard care on there. Maybe get some butter, you know, during night, Mr. Macho Man. Number 9 for me has to be the Dead Man. It's got to be the Undertaker. Early days of the Undertaker, he had a rather sinister bit of face fuzz going on. Throughout his career, he's had stubble. He's never had a full-on beard, but you know, in the late 90s, 99 around then, he had quite a cool bit of facial hair. So he's my number 9. He also had the mud flap sort of mullet going on with it that makes him look even more cringy. But he's my like I say, he's my number 9. Oh, I don't have a number 8. Number 8 for me is Scott Steiner, the generic freak, as he was named. He's looking like some sort of medieval chain-wearing knight and going for that badger beard look where he's got the two tones does make him look even more of a bloody weirdo, but it is cool. And I mean, if he has denied having steroids a few times, but come on, to have muscles like that, you got to be on steroids, haven't you? The generic freak. He wasn't called the generic freak for no reason, was he?
What?
Number 7 is Hollywood Hulk Hogan, who he was another wrestler that went with the two-tone badger beard look, you know, jet black and then blonde handlebar. Seems to be in the industry for about 100 million years now. You know, flipping Andre the Giant was probably one of the most iconic wrestling little clips you'll see nowadays. Called his fans the Hulkamaniacs. Huge star in the WWE or WWF when it was decent. Number 6 for me is Raven. Now Raven was in WWF when I was watching it in the early 2000s. I would say that I probably liked him as a wrestler because he was in the hardcore wrestling battles, but also he looked like that sort of grunger stroke homeless man. But if you look at his beard, it's actually very well maintained. One of my favourite battles was at the Big Show, Kane and Raven, and it was WrestleMania 17, and they had some like backroom hardcore fight, and he got thrown through some glass. That was pretty epic. Number 5 for me has got to be the Big Show. I mean, the Big Show's been in it. Paul White, he's been in it since the late 90s, 97, 98. I think he's still wrestling today. He didn't have a beard, I remember, when he first came in. He had long hair. But over the years, he's had a beard, and then he had that huge beard, as you've seen in the pictures, that I think he's now shaved off. You know, he had that crappy little lion tattoo on his arm, or tiger tattoo, and I think he used to do that a lot, didn't he, before he was going to choke slam someone. But that beard he had when it was nice and thick and rounded off, that is epic, and that's why he's my number 5. 7 foot tall and 500 pounds, the Big Show. Number 4 for me Daniel Bryan. Now, I haven't really been watching wrestling for a number of years. Daniel Bryan, I've never really seen too much of him. I have seen pictures, as you've now seen coming on the screen. His beard does look very good. I like the straight side sort of trim look. I don't really like that messy look that he had. For what I've seen, he wears a very well-tamed mane. I suppose it's just a shame that, from what I've heard, he's had to shave it off. He was also a world champion, and he had some sort of wooden title or something. No idea anything else about Daniel Bryan apart from just that beard. Looks pretty cool, as I'm sure you'll agree. If you don't agree, stick it in the comments. Number 3 for me has to be Mama's favourite baby boy, and that is Mick Foley, also known as Dude Love, Cactus Jack, and Mankind. I mean, the battles he had, you know, he got thrown off a Hell in a Cell that was just, I think that was like 97 or 98, and Undertaker threw him off a Hell in a Cell. He's always had that, like in the early days, he always had that scruffy beard that was just all over the place and a bit wayward. Later on, he shaved his hair. I think he became the commissioner. I think it was like 2002, commissioner of WWF, WWE, I suppose it was called then. And he had a big, he had a big, thick goatee and shaved sides. But I liked when he had that big, you know, with the Mankind leather strap mask, and you had like between him, and he used to always get those thumbtacks out. Number 2 has to be Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or Triple H as we know of him. For me, it would be the early days again, you know, when he was end of the 90s, early 2000s, when he had his beard line, which came into his moustache and down. He just looked epic. And then later on, he had this thick, awesome straight beard again, short hair, just looked awesome. That's all I can say. He was, for me, just a great wrestler. He looked part, great physique as well. Whenever I heard his music, he would just be straight up, it's all about the game. And number 1, if you've enjoyed this top 10 of beards, then please like, comment, and make sure you subscribe, because we've got a lot of top 10 beards in various things coming up. Please also leave a comment, as I'd love to hear your opinion.
It doesn't matter about your opinion.
Number 1 would be Braun Strowman. I know he's a big guy. Big beard. Nice, rounded, dark beard. Just looks epic. I mean, when you see it and it's big, chunky beard. Probably has the shittest catchphrase in wrestling, being "get these hands." He looks great. I believe he had long hair, didn't he, as well? Tied back long hair. Just a shame he's in an era of wrestling that is pretty crap. If he was around in the Attitude Era, you know, him and Big Show together would have been something else, wouldn't it? Would have looked awesome. Thank you very much for watching my top 10 beards in wrestling. Like, subscribe, and remember,
Rest in peace. Woo!